Welcome, maestros. It's Composered here, and today we're going to be bringing you some more in our series of tutorials on how to write your first piece. Now, this is going to be our first tutorial run through for everything we need to do to get a piece up and running of your own. And I titled it as such. It's your first piece, so if you guys want to follow along on whatever software you have, feel free. And like I said earlier in my earlier video, I am using Finale software, but feel free to use that Noteflight software for your own purposes until you get to the point where you'd like to get a Finale software or something like that. So, what do you need to do to get your first piece up and running? Now, that is the question that I think a lot of new composers don't know the answer to just yet, and that is something that you have to answer for yourself. Now, what kind of a composer do you want to be? Do you like hip-hop music? Do you like jazz music? Do you like classical? Like, I myself like classical music, and so I end up writing a whole lot of stuff that sounds like classical music. So as you listen to music and things like that, you'll start to get ideas for yourself on what you want to write and what kind of music appeals to you. And so that's what you should write. Otherwise, you won't be happy with what you do, and you'll hate writing music. So find something that you really enjoy listening to, and that'll make everything so much better. You'll learn a whole lot faster. So let's get started here. So what you need to do first of all is find a melody. Find something that you want to write down to be the star of your piece. Like when you hear a really nice pop song, then that is a melody. The singing line is a melody. Whatever lyrics they're singing, like Taylor Swift or something like that. Or when you hear a classical song or a video game song, often you'll hear something that's repeated that seems to be above everything else. That's normally the melody. You can kind of pick things apart after you get a little bit involved with it, but think of something. It can be simple or it can be really complicated, but here's an example of a melody. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, mistake. There we go. So this could be your melody. It can be as simple as that. So if you are new to music and you don't understand the notes yet, or you don't understand notation yet, I will make a video for you, and that will be also up on the channel. But for now, this is based off of a C major scale. And that's a pretty good sounding melody right there. I mean, you can work with that all you want and make a bunch of chords that are based on it and everything like that, and it would sound perfect. So that could be something that you would do. But think of something that you like, that maybe you sing before. You might have something in your head. Just a lot of times I figure something out while I'm just sitting around watching a TV show or reading a book or something like that, and I'll start humming something in my head, sort of like this melody, and I'll write that down. And then you can always expand upon that too. So one key thing that you can do with your melody is repetition. So repetition doesn't mean copy and paste all the time. You can copy and paste something to like expand upon your piece and maybe make it build upon itself or something like that. Like I have it up in the upper line here on the treble line, but I can copy and paste this down into the bass line and make it repeat while there's another line going on. That's a little bit further down the line, but what we can do is we can repeat the basic part of the melody and make it like something like this: C, E, C, C, G, C, and then E, C, end on that. So see, it sounds somewhat similar, and it's based off the original melody. It's got kind of the same shape. It's a little bit turned around, but that's what you can do, and that's how you build upon your piece, and that's how you make your piece longer and more in-depth, is instead of just repeating, you can kind of build upon it, and that's what a lot of jazz musicians have done in the past too when they're taking solos. But really, you can come up with a melody that you enjoy. So when you're thinking about this, if you're in your own music notation software, just start writing down some notes. Anything that you can hum. And so hum a note and try and figure out what it is on the keyboard. So like, bum, that's a C. I was humming a C right off the bat, and you can kind of figure that out. Like, say, oh, I thought that was an F, but no, I'm humming down. You can use your arrow keys on pretty much every notation software and get that note where exactly you want it to be, so that you can fit with what you're thinking. And that's a basic intro on melodies, and now you can change the note lengths and things like that too over here, and we can get into that a little bit later. But say you wanted a little bit of a longer note, you can go for something like a whole note. And if my computer would let me, there we go. Plop that right down there, or a half note, something like that. Or if you're getting really advanced, you can make some really fast flowing lines with the 16th notes, and that would be an interesting thing to do. Now that isn't the greatest thing right there, but it works for what we're trying to accomplish right now. So we'll just delete this and then we'll come back to it. Let's see. I think that's where I'm going to end the video for now, so that way we can get into more on harmony in the next video for you intermediate maestros. So make sure you guys drop a like on the video. If you have any questions about what I covered on here, I'd be happy to answer and make it a little bit more direct instead of just the basic overview of a melody. But feel free to drop it in the comment section on my profile. I'm going to be coming back in more videos later on. I can even respond directly if it's something that I feel like would help everyone, or I can just reply to you in the comment section, whatever you think. And also subscribe for more videos. They're going to be coming up soon, so keep checking them out. And thank you so much for watching. This has been Composered. See you later.